How's it going, YouTube? Hi, Drax here, and in today's video we're going to be doing a little bit of a prediction video. As you can see from the thumbnail, or as you saw from the thumbnail, we are going to be discussing the 4th anniversary. It should be coming up in the next month and a half. Well, the start of it should, at least. Obviously, there are a lot of big names being thrown out recently as to who the headline is going to be for the anniversary, such as UI Goku. A lot of people are speculating Z Broly. I've seen some very weird ones, such as a duo SSJ3 Goku and Vegeta, similar to how we have the blue Goku and Vegeta here, the interchangeable LF versions. There they are right there. But honestly, I believe it's too soon for that. We may see a copy of, well, a very SSJ4 copy of this version of Goku and Vegeta for maybe Legends Festival. Maybe there'll be an Ultra version of them, I don't know. But I want to speak about UI Goku, who's honestly the most likely to drop for anniversary, because if we look at the Universe Survival Saga, God Key, and Tag Saiyans, if we look at Universe Survival Saga, this team has been getting buffs for the past 2-3 months now, very consistently getting a lot of good units. Obviously the tag existed when this UI Goku dropped, and then it's been slowly getting buffs with the Evolution Blue Vegeta, God Topo, and then it went silent for a very long time, and then it got a small buff with the 2 androids, and then it returned to prevalence with God of Destruction Beerus, Golden Frieza, and then obviously Vegeta and all these other characters. But as of late, we got a huge buff for the team, with the Ultra Kaioken Goku being the dominant yellow unit in the game. You also got the Purple Jiren, who's also very good. Golden Frieza, also very good. These are very good units in their own respects, and putting them all on the same team together means that they're going to be working very well. Considering that Goku is Blast, Frieza is Blast, and then Jiren being a I would say more of a tanky unit, just to get the combo started and to tank. You have a very good lineup. But if we look at the lineup for Universe Survival Saga, there's obviously one glaring factor, and that is that there's no UI Goku. There's no Keflas buffing the team specifically. We do have Kefla, we do have the SSJ2 Keflas, but we don't have a Super Saiyan Kefla or a base Kefla, which is a very strange thing to see, because normally you would think that they would go in order with base, SSJ, and then SSJ2. But we don't have a Kefla buffing this team, and then obviously UI Goku's not here. There are other units that could be on here, such as maybe a transforming Ribuyan, Kakunsa, and Rosie. These are all very good units and options. Transforming Golden Frieza is another option, but he's here. Then we have the assist units like Goku and Vegeta when they fought Jiren in the almost towards the end of the anime series, where you have Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and then Evolution Blue Vegeta with a tag team up and decided to fight Jiren. They are also missing. You also have Golden, not Golden, you have obviously Golden Frieza, and then you have Android 17, and then you have the other and the final assist maybe duo character being Frieza and Goku, Rivals United or whatever, where they take out Jiren from the stage. But if we look at the typings and the colors for each of the respective colors for this team, purple has gotten a new color, yellow has gotten a new color, green, blue. The only glaring color that has not dropped for this team is going to be a red unit. So my guess would be, if UI Goku were to release during the anniversary, he's definitely going to have to be a red unit, unless they work it in such a way that maybe a side character is going to be a red unit, and maybe he'll be like purple or maybe blue or something. But my biggest prediction right now is probably going to be red. If we look at the God Key team right here, as you can see, we do have a new blue Beerus, we got a yellow Kaioken Goku, this Vegeta got a Zenkai, we got a new purple Whis. We did get a Zenkai Rose, but he is beyond probably the worst release I believe this year in terms of a Zenkai. I mean, Trunks is close, the new green Trunks, but he is not a good fit for the meta right now with the Ultra Gogeta and stuff. He just doesn't do enough damage and enough of anything really to be really relevant. Obviously, the Legends team was probably thinking to run this guy and maybe use it to buff half-corrupted Zamasu, who is probably better than this guy overall in any case because of what he does. Obviously type neutral on the green card with the lock-in. Obviously he's going to be way better than the Rose. But if we look at the free option that you got, we did get the red Goku right here, who is also free. But he's not very good as well. Honestly, there's so many high damage output dealers that this guy gets absolutely eviscerated. A very prime example is going to be the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who obviously locks in. He's going to be shredding this Goku, so that's why I'm suspecting maybe he's going to be a little bit of a red unit from UI Goku. If we look at the Saiyan team is, okay, let's just reload. The Saiyan team doesn't have many red options either. The last red option we got was Ape Vegeta. Despite what people say, even at high stars, I found this Ape Vegeta to be lacking in particularly every aspect of a unit. He does have very strong kit with a lot of ability to draw cards, blue cards, AoE, all that stuff. He has endurance, but he's just lacking in all aspects such as tanking. Obviously damage output now is going to be very low because he has aged quite a bit. People are suspecting a platinum equip for this guy to get him up and running, but obviously that's going to be a little bit ways off because we do have a lot of the other LF units who are looking for their platinums. If we look at the entire Saiyan roster, possibly every slot is filled in terms of color typing. You have Bardock here, who is yellow, Gogeta, who is still very good, being the main green unit. We got the Super Gogeta right here, who is also going to be very prominent. Yellow, well, obviously that, and then red doesn't really have anything. For purple, they don't really have any purple Saiyans, honestly, buffing this team. But they could just basically just sub in Goku and Vegeta in that category. So they're very strong in terms of overall colors, I should say. If they had to go with basing it off Saiyans for UI Goku, they'd probably make him, honestly, probably make him purple. But then there's the issue with purple being very dominant in the game, and I don't believe they'll actually go ahead and make him purple because obviously mono purple is very strong team. Even now, post the Lineage of Evil update and their buffs, a lot of mono purple teams still exist and they're still very good in the large majority of the game. So yeah, that's going to be it. But if they decide to go in a different route, maybe an LF Kefla for example as the secondary unit, because I don't believe they'll go into a GT secondary banner, because obviously during the anniversary there's obviously going to be two banners. The original two banners I believe started in first anniversary with the Super Vegito, and then you had being the Super Vegito being the LF between both banners, and then you had the options between Buhan and Goku, or Buhan and I believe Vegeta, and then Golden Frieza and Goku, and then it kind of escalated from there. But if they had to go with a double LF setup again, that is exclusively Super and Universe Survival Saga, I believe that maybe Kefla is on the table here, because if we look at the Fusion Warrior team, we only got two versions of Kefla. I believe a transforming LF Kefla would be very good. Honestly, the Fusion Warrior team this is basically the entire Fusion Warrior team. If you look at the Fusion Warrior tag as a whole, there isn't really much on the team. If we look at the typing specifically, Yellow is in dire need of a new unit. Majub is pathetic. He's actually so bad that for most people they just take Future Gohan and run them in the leader slot because of how weak the yellow side of the game is in terms of the Fusion Warrior team. Blue has Ultra Gogeta, no need to change that. SSJ4 Gogeta is very good. Super Gogeta is going to be the best red unit in the Fusion Warrior team. Kefla was a letdown. Gotenks aged very quickly, I would say. And then Vegito, honestly, this guy should actually get a Zenkai, because it's been so long since he's released. He actually should get a Zenkai instead of maybe releasing another red Fusion Warrior. Purple, we have Super Vegito, and that's basically the whole team. If they had to go for Zenkais, I would honestly expect to see a Super Vegito, transforming Super Vegito here, get a Zenkai, because he is probably one of the oldest yellow Fusion Warriors that deserve a Zenkai. If they want to go maybe with Gotenks, that'd be another great option. But Kefla, definitely on the table for Anniversary if they are going to go that route. It would also fill in the slot here for brand new Rival Universe Saga, being a new red or maybe a new purple. It depends what typings they want to do, because blue is also quite lacking right here. Maybe they'll go with a blue transforming Kefla, but I highly doubt it considering the Fusion Warriors does not need it. If we look at the final prediction, a lot of people have been speculating Z Broly and some other side unit on his banner, or another side banner. I've seen people speculate Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku being another one. Honestly, anything's on the table for this anniversary, because there's only so many large headliners left in the LF categories that's gonna sell. UI Goku, Z Broly, obviously the duo units such as Frieza and Goku, SSJ4s such that have the same design as the blue Goku and Vegeta right here. They would sell very well. I would believe an Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be another one, but he's an Ultra and not a LF. So options for big headliners are quite slim, considering that they have done a lot of the bigger ones already. The only other real big one I can think from GT is going to be Omega Shenron, and yeah, that's about it. They did Super Saiyan 4 Goku, they did Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, they did practically all the big names already. If you look at sagas from the movie, Z Broly's representation is pretty low, honestly. We have a free-to-play version of him. That was the latest addition to the team, the purple Z Broly. There's he right here. The oldest Broly that was released that is really relevant right now is going to be this Super Saiyan Broly. And then obviously you have the Zenkai Blue Broly, and then you have the EX Brolys. Yeah, so it's very perplexing to know that the Z Broly being a very strong name in the Dragon Ball franchise, because honestly when it comes to Broly, a lot of people still like the Z Broly, and it's one of the biggest names to sell a banner to people, would be to have this Z Broly in the title right there. So it's kind of perplexing that they haven't done a Z Broly. Maybe they're waiting for something more recent and trying to follow up on Dragon Ball Super, because of the movie that they are going to release in June now due to the delays, as everybody should know. Yeah, but Z Broly would probably come in. If we look at the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, he has a typing for every color, I believe, except for red. So if he does come into the game, it'd probably be red, which is honestly going to be a very good thing, because Ultra Kaioken and Goku definitely needs to be kept in check. Because they haven't released a counter to this guy or something to hold him down. The closest thing that we've gotten is going to be the Golden Frieza that holds him down a little bit because of the high card cost, but even then Golden Frieza not all the time can handle the sheer power of Ultra Kaioken Goku. So a red Broly would work really nicely doing extra damage against maybe some family or Saiyans, or maybe even exclusively Goku, which would be very poor choice, honestly. But yeah, if they had to go with a Z Broly, he would probably be red, just to buff up this team a little bit more, because red units on this team are very weak. If they had to do a Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku, we don't have a proper Dragon Fist Goku from the movies or even from Z. Super Saiyan 4 Goku that does a Dragon Fist is probably the only version that we have of him, and even that's an LF, so we don't really have any representation of Dragon Fist outside of that Goku. We do have the Kid Goku, the Zenkai, the red one, that does do a similar variation of the Dragon Fist, but it's not the proper Dragon Fist that you would expect from Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist will actually be very hype. A lot of people really like Super Saiyan 3 as well, because it's the pinnacle form of Goku during the Dragon Ball Z saga, which is probably the most popular series within the franchise of Dragon Ball. So obviously Super Saiyan 3 would be really good. The movie saga team is I wouldn't say they're very good at all at any point anymore. They've aged very quickly. This Goku and Vegeta can be very good, but they don't really work well on the movie teams, because if we look at the movie team in particular, they don't have very strong units that can hold down the team very well. You obviously have Revival Gohan, you have this Goku and Vegeta, you have Bird Goku here, a Birdku, but he doesn't, Birdku in particular doesn't hold up well anymore. The meta has changed so quickly in terms of power creep and damage scaling that a lot of these movie saga units that released last year buffing the team no longer can handle and keep up. Even if we look at this Broly when he released was extremely decent, on the maybe the better end of the sparking spectrum, but now that he's aged about maybe 4 or 5 months, you don't ever see this guy, you don't see the movie tag anymore. You barely even see Goku and Vegeta these days because of how overpowered they are by the Kaioken Goku. So Super Saiyan 3 would revive this team very well in my opinion. But they are releasing a bait. Obviously don't summon for this. Maybe do your dailies if you want, but don't ever, it's too close to the anniversary to summon for this. Just don't do it. If you look at the units on the banner, you're basically trying to summon for these 3 units, which you shouldn't. This guy has been on too many banners. We shouldn't be seeing him on any more banners at all, honestly. If they continue to do that, then that proves that the Legends developers are trying to intentionally harm the player base, because why can't we have other LF units in spot of maybe Goku and Vegeta, or maybe this Gogeta? Like, we could have LF Cell, we could have the Legends Limited Full Power Frieza, we could have Legends Limited Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Ape Vegeta. We could have a lot of these different characters here. One-Arm Gohan. A lot of these characters can be replaced with this Gogeta, because honestly he's been on probably every banner that's dropped since last year, since these guys released. So yeah, I don't want to see this guy anymore. He's just become such an annoying character to see when you summon for him. Yeah, so don't summon for this. It's too close to anniversary. You're not going to be very happy with yourself if you go in on this banner trying to pull a copy of them, and then when it comes to the anniversary, and then you're left with no CCs. So my predictions for the anniversary is going to be UI Goku and maybe a Kefla if they're doing a complete Dragon Ball Super, transforming Kefla LF and then UI Goku LF, because we already got full power Jiren being an LF character as well. Then if they decided to go with maybe sagas from the movies, I would go Z Broly and maybe Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But if they decide to go do maybe GT, the only character that would actually make sense is going to be the Super Saiyan God, well, not God, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and then maybe an Omega Shenron LF, because if GT itself hasn't received any buffs in a very long time, I believe their last buff was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta getting his platinum equipment, and I believe that's it. They didn't really get any buffs after that. Yeah, that's it. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think is coming for the 4th anniversary, and whether or not UI Goku is on your hit list for it being the main headliner. Do you think we're going to get a Kefla, or do you think we're going to go and maybe go down the route of movies with a Z Broly or Super Saiyan 3 Dragon Fist Goku? But anyways guys, my name is Hydrax. I'll catch you in the next one.